Welcome to the Honest CB podcast, with a podcast for health professionals and the wider community looking to explore diversity in health, ask some hard questions, and have some honest conversations. My name is Archie. I'm an EP based on Sydney's Northern Beaches, and joining me as always is allied health business owner Andrew. Andrew, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well. It's been exactly 2 weeks.
Oh, we're back.
And another week or two. So just deal with it, you know? All right? It's December. It's a busy time of year. You'll just have to deal with us releasing podcasts whenever the fuck we feel like it.
Yeah.
We have a beer though, which is something that will never change. Ever. What is the beer, Andrew?
It's called the Grifter. And again, I got in my car and I drove to the next suburb to go to a bottle shop to get some unique beer.
Yep.
And they had the shittest selection. That's the same as the one up the road that I keep complaining about. And I just felt like, well, fucking hell. Like, how hard is it to get some diverse beers in your...
Great question.
So Liquorland and fucking Alambi, fix your shit. Anyway,
It's
called the Grifter.
Grifters. It's a brewing company from Marrickville. We've probably had Grifters on here before. They're pretty popular in Sydney. It's a West Coast IPA, green bottle with a big owl on the front of it. I think I told you about these guys ages ago. It's an interesting flavored beer.
It is.
Because they made another interesting flavored beer that I really don't like, called the Cucumber Kolsch.
Oh, I think we've had one of them.
Have we had the Cucumber Kolsch?
No, we had a pickle.
We had a pickle beer. Yeah.
Not-
Hannah brought a
not
pickle
a-
beer on.
yeah.
No, the Cucumber Kolsch. And it's not a pickle beer at all.
Doesn't sound
No,
particularly good.
it's like unpickled pickle. It's just a cucumber. So you know, like the watery kind of bleh taste you get from cucumber. I'm not making a dig at cucumber. I love cucumber. But if cucumber is the leading flavor in your thing, it's not very flavorful. So don't drink the Cucumber Kolsch. Or do, and then tell me I'm wrong for whatever reason.
But the Grifter,
Yeah, what do you think?
yeah, it's strong. It's very
Oh, it's 6.7%. Yeah, okay.
I
That is
took a
strong.
sip a few minutes ago and there's still flavour in my mouth. Like,
Yeah, strong aftertaste.
strong aftertaste.
Strong aftertaste. Don't know if I love the strong aftertaste.
No.
I've got an apology to make. We are supposed to be drinking Victorian beers today, and we're not because I don't know where they are. Sarah Woodruff from Simply Stronger in Caulfield sent us some beers because she's the beer fairy, and I put them somewhere in the clinic, and then multiple people have, and this sounds like I'm passing blame, which I am. And multiple people have gone and cleaned the clinic in the last month since I got them, and now I don't know where they are.
They've been cleaned.
They've been cleaned, and I swear to God, if they've been thrown out, I'm going to be really upset because Sarah sent them, and she's the beer fairy, and that's not fair. And they were going to be some interesting flavored things, so I hope that by our next podcast, I will have found them, and all shall be resolved, and no heads shall be chopped off for this horrible, horrible act.
Yes. Awful.
Awful, awful act. We were looking for some topics today, and you have a friend who works with you, an assistant of sorts.
Yep.
What's her name again? I can't remember.
No, it's on my computer. We talk every day.
You get along with them really well.
Get along with them really well.
How long have you guys been working together?
Probably been like 18 months now.
18 months?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, we're close.
You're close, yeah. Are you paying for your friend yet?
This just took a turn. I am paying for my friend.
You are paying for your friend.
I see value in paying for my friend.
That's good.
I feel like I get good results when I pay for it.
How much is the friend monthly
It's like-
subscription for your friend?
30, a bit more now, about 45. They put their
A
prices
month?
up.
Okay.
Yeah, there's different levels.
Oh,
to
you're
it
not on
now.
the
So you get
$200 a month
You get
friend.
a selection of different features when you pay more
Yeah.
for it. So
So this is probably one of the easier tasks you'd asked your friend to do, which was to come up with some spicy topics for us. What are they? Is your friend a he or a she or a they?
oh, I've never thought of that.
Really?
I just see them as a they.
Yeah.
I see them as an entity.
An
not
entity.
Not limited by gender.
Wow. That is very good. Very good. Do they have a name?
No, they are nameless,
Really?
but they prefer it that way.
Oh, do
That's
they?
that's a them decision.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what are they? What the best thing they came up with, and I quite liked it, was when you asked them to come up with some spicy topics. The first one they came up with was stop prescribing boring exercise. Ooh. Why cookie cutter programs kill results, and how to make every session unmissable. We chuckled at that one, and there's some other ones that are a bit more personal and horrible, like your culture sucks and it's your fault. So we're not going to use that.
I feel like we would need to have like 10 beers and be very rowdy.
Very
to have that
rowdy.
conversation.
Yeah. So that's not a today conversation. However, if you hear it in the future, you know
Well,
that,
you know what? It might end up in one of our conversations. We might end up there and we can sort of chop it and then that be the...
skip to the end of this. We might be talking about how your culture sucks. Who knows? We don't know. But today, we're going to have a conversation around not just stop prescribing boring exercise, but having a conversation about templating programs and templating services and making cookie cutter things, and what's the benefit of them, but also what is the limitations of them for whatever setting that you're in. Because when we started thinking about it, there are benefits and there are cons to it as well.
Yeah.
It's not just all cons to having cookie cutter programs, right? Have you... what's your experience with cookie cutter programs in your EP life leading up to now?
Well, I think when I came out of uni and I was essentially like working by myself for a long period of time, and I think back then I didn't know what I was doing. And so when I went and did a course and they're like, if you've got this thing, this is the plan that they need to follow, there was some security and some reassurance in that of being like, oh, okay, like I've got to learn from these people who, by the sounds of things, know what it is that they're talking about. And they're saying that I should do these things. Oh, okay, well that must make sense. And then the positive reinforcement from that was like when I did those things and I applied it with clients and then the clients improved, I thought, oh, it must be that. It must be working.
Yeah.
And so the templating was positively reinforced first by the people that I learnt it from, then by having clients improve because of it. And so it didn't really become a question. It's like, oh, if I see this thing, then I just do this set of exercises. And it was that was the formula.
Great. Which is very helpful in a lot of situations, especially if you're new in an area and you are trying to portray confidence in what you are prescribing or the treatment that you are providing. Having it already written down and planned out for you, and then you're just effectively selling or guiding or coaching the program, it's very helpful.
Very much so.
Very helpful.
Yep.
And especially if it's effective, which it can be very effective.
Yep.
We've seen that with many, many programs. And I think one of the main reasons that we have seen that is because when we are trying... the best evidenced programs, generally speaking, have been researched a lot because they're best evidenced. And to research something a lot, they have to be templated.
Well, you can't have variance in it. You can't
No.
have different people doing different things.
Then it's not good research. It's shit research.
Mm.
So to get good evidence for a program or for a certain treatment, you have to repeat the same thing over and over for lots of different people to see all the different outcomes and then average out all the outcomes and then look at it. So if people are doing different things, it doesn't work. So then as a result, some of the biggest programs we have, specifically in exercise rehab, are all templated. So you have things like the GLAD program, which is like the osteoarthritis one that was designed by the Danish. And that's been done all over the world now. And it's for knee and hip osteoarthritis. We have the Neuro program that we run, which is for osteoporosis. And that is effectively the 4 same exercises at a specific intensity done twice a week over a period of a year. And it gets these results. So two of the biggest programs for 2 of the biggest conditions in Australia of osteoarthritis and osteoporosis are templated cookie cutter programs. And they are very successful. And they are very, very good. So there are lots of benefits to doing that, right?
There are lots of benefits. And I think, though, that there comes a point in a child's life where it's like, what's that analogy? When all you have is a hammer, every problem is a nail. And so you just start to default to whenever I see something, it just needs this specific solution.
Yeah.
And I think that's when it can become a bit of a problem.
Absolutely.
Or, back to my previous point, of like, when a client comes in and you give them a templated program and then it doesn't work, then it's like, well, it must be them.
Right, because I did the program.
It was the program. And it's worked before and the person said that it works. So it must be them, not me. I think that's where also people fall into a bit of a trap of, oh, well, I tried it and it didn't work. Or you just must not be following the program because the program
is unbelievable.
Fine. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Instead of stepping backwards and going, oh, is there a better way?
Yeah.
Should maybe a different program would work for this person?
Well, that's how research works, right? It's like these programs don't guarantee results. They've just been shown to be the most effective way on average to improve on these specific outcomes that are being measured that they're testing. So I think a Neuro's a classic one when we now have so many, specifically women coming into the clinic in their 50s and 60s coming to look after their health again. You know, they've hit that stage of life where they're like, no, I am now the most important person in my life again, and I need to value my own health because I'm setting myself up for my next 20 to 30 years. I'm going to go here. I've had my bone density scan. Oh, it's come up that I'm osteopenic. That's okay. Like everyone fucking else your age. And they come in the door of a clinic that runs a neuro. It's like, oh, osteopenia. A neuro must be the thing for you because that helps with bone density. And they come in, it's like, all right, you're going to be doing your deadlifts, your squats, your overhead press, your impact training, and then whatever smattering of other accessory exercise we're doing. And we've gone perfect. A perfect treatment journey from initials and their concerns into program, and away we go. And they will get stronger bones and stronger muscles. Yet, sometimes, and I'm not saying that this happens with us all the time, but this has definitely happened with some clients, but also would happen everywhere as well, is that we miss the part where we talk to the human about what is most important to the human. Because sometimes it's not their bone density or their muscle strength. Sometimes it's not that. Sometimes what's actually important to this person is like, I am struggling to surf, or I am struggling to go hiking with my friends, or I am struggling to go swimming, or, you know, I'm getting sore when I do my work. All of these sorts of things. And we've gone, bone density, muscle,
A neuro.
do this. And we've missed this, like, hey, maybe this person needs some more individualized treatment for some other stuff. And they've gone, oh, okay, yep, no, sounds like a Nero is the thing for me. So I go in to do a Nero. But in reality, that person had things that were actually more important to them that have been missed because we've gone, they'd be perfect for this program that we run. And we chuck them in there. And that would happen as well for things like GLAD. Do you know what's in the GLAD program?
No idea. Bridges?
Not that special. Actually, maybe. No, I don't think it is. So we were looking to run, create an OA program a year and a half ago. And I then went, I'll go do the GLAD program course. It's like, yep, cool, good idea. And we'll see if we want to run the GLAD program. And this is not I don't want this to be an attack on people who run the GLAD program. It's boring as fuck. It's so boring.
What do you do in the GLAD program?
There's like eight movements, and there's 4 progressions of those 8 movements, and it's do those same things twice a week for 8 to 12 weeks, and then assess, and then do the same things. But that's it. It's just that. Let's just do those 4 things and those 4 progressions of those 8 movements over and over and over for the rest of your life. And it might have been just because the course was so boring. But I did it. I was like, okay, I get it. Right. I need to be doing strength. I need to be doing aerobic, and I need to be doing neuromuscular training. I get it. Cool. Great. And I was like, I never want to look at these exercises again. I will not be doing that anymore. And because then you also have to pay them an inordinate amount of money to do a program that isn't actually that fun and isn't that interesting. And I just get so bored doing it. And if I'm getting bored prescribing it, I can only imagine that it would be boring for the person doing it as well.
Yeah, agreed. So it's like when you were talking about a Nero just before, one of the stats that came into my head, I was at the fitness expo. Is it called Filex?
I don't know.
The fitness industry annual expo.
Why?
Something.
When?
But they know some shit, believe it or not.
What?
I know.
When were you at this?
Last month.
With
Was it the
Brooke?
ICC? Yeah.
Oh, okay. You went with your wife. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Who works in the fitness industry.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Not just to go and hang out.
I was like, what are you
It was
doing
weird.
there? It's a
Have you
weird
been
place.
to that thing? It's fucking weird. They had this whole section where it literally just smelled like pre-workout.
Ugh.
And like there's people walking around in not much clothing doing like bench press in the middle of the ICC. It's very odd. Anyway,
Did you feel emasculated?
I felt very small because there were some very large humans.
Big boys.
Very large
Big
humans.
juiced up humans there.
And they're all selling their 5
Big
kilograms
gear.
of protein and their special thing you need to go
other
up the back
things,
for.
yeah.
But they know some shit, believe it or not. One of the things that they know is that in 2025, now don't stat check me on this, but
I won't.
I'm pretty sure this is correct.
Yeah.
73% of people go to the gym for their mental health.
Wow.
Whereas 10 years ago, you go to the gym to get big or get
Yeah.
small or develop your cardiovascular fitness or whatever.
Which is actually for people's mental health. They just didn't know it yet.
Correct.
Yeah.
But that's what people are choosing, right? People are saying, I need to go to the gym because I need to improve my state of being.
Yeah.
And that is very cognitive. Like that is what people are actually saying
Yeah. Yes.
when they turn up.
Yes.
They're saying, I want to join your gym because I want to use this as a tool to improve my well-being.
Wow.
And I think as EPs, when you think about if our role as EPs is just to prescribe exercise, and I fucking hate that.
I despise that as well.
Like that makes me want to stab in the eyeballs.
They might as well just be your friend that you pay.
And it's funny
month
because
for.
we were at a Health Network conference workshop thing the other night, And then even a GP said that.
Right.
Like, nobody gives a shit about prescription. Because even from a GP's perspective, patients don't actually fulfill the prescription of medication that's supposed to fucking save their fucking life.
Yeah.
Only like 50% of people actually
GPs
finish.
saying that.
And GPs say that. It's like, don't prescribe because it part of the reason for that, I think, is that it like, here is your prescription, therefore it's all your responsibility and I can't help you. Like, whereas how can we work together to achieve the goals that are meaningful to you?
Yeah.
And so if I just sit here and go, my job as an EP is to prescribe you exercise, you have osteoporosis, so I'm going to prescribe you the Aniro program, misses the point of why people will stay with that program.
Absolutely.
Because you can come in and do an assessment and say, whether it's osteoporosis or osteoarthritis or chronic pain or whatever the fuck, if all my value is just in the prescription, you have missed the point entirely. Yeah. People stay with Aniro or Glad or anything else because of the community that they have, because of the social connection that they make, and because those things take time to develop.
And the intrinsic value, right?
Yeah.
There's this other stuff, this other value that they're getting that is not in the 8 exercises or the 4 exercises that you're doing. Because once someone learns that program, there is no reason why they need you. And so if you think that your job is just to prescribe exercise, technically your job is done after the first time you see someone and you write a program for them. That's it. And then you get another go with them when you need to update that program or progress it. But there's no reason that you should ever be seeing anyone then more than once a month. And if you think that you're doing your best work as an EP or as any allied health professional seeing someone once a month, then I think you're missing the point of where your value is as a health professional. Unless you're a GP, then once a month is probably...
Well, even then, I suppose it depends.
Even then, because people aren't listening to a GP, I'm sure a GP would be able to do better work than what, on average, they would do with people if they had more than 15 minutes with someone once every 6 months.
Yeah. Correct.
So what's the other stuff they need to be doing then?
In terms of...
Well, we're saying that, and I agree, we're saying that if you are just prescribing exercise, you're missing 90% of your job. What's making up some of this 90% then?
Well, I do think a good program is important.
Well, of course.
I do think that means that if somebody, and this is what we used to hear this all the time, we don't hear it as much anymore, right? Where, and if you're an owner, if you're hearing people calling up on the phone saying, I think I need to push my next appointment back a couple of weeks because I still haven't done the program that you gave me last time, and so I need a few more weeks to go and do it, and then I can come back. Your program is fucked, and that's the reason they're not doing it. You haven't individualized it enough for them. It is not good, and so that conversation needs to be exactly that.
You haven't conveyed the value and the importance of the program, and you haven't got that person to understand that either, and that is on you.
That is, and when you take ownership, then you can do something about it.
Exactly.
So a good program means individualizing it to the person, making it in line with what you believe is going to have the biggest impact in that person. I remember I might have talked about him on this podcast a while ago.
Him or they?
Him. Chris.
Different
I had a
friend.
client called Chris.
Okay. Yeah, you've talked about Chris multiple times.
Yeah, Chris. Chris, it was one of those moments where he caught me off guard with this, and I've remembered it because it was like a visceral reaction. He came in, wanted some help with a few goals. I'm being general because in case he's listening, I don't want to, but like. And I told him, look, in order for us to be able to reach these goals, I think you need to come in like 3 times a week. Because like from what you're telling me, this is what I think we need to do together.
And that was a high
recommendation. That was
from
hard.
you.
That was like, oh my God, is he?
Yeah.
What
have I
and then
just
he turned around and said, well, I want to come every day. I was like, fuck, really? And then he went through and was like, well, the research says that I need to do at least 45 minutes every day, primarily strength training.
You told me that I need to do this.
And I know that I'm not going to do it by myself because I don't have a gym membership. I don't have the motivation to do it myself. So I want to do it with somebody else. And I stood there. I reckon I stood there for like a good couple of seconds, like dumbfounded, being like, fuck, like he knows more about this than I. Well, I know the technical side of it, but he came in and my own thing was like, I'm just going to put my own financial hat on and be like, oh, you couldn't possibly afford to see me more than 3 times a week. Yeah. And he just came in and was like, health means more to me than the cost of paying for our sessions.
Yeah.
So I want to come in 6 days a week or whatever it was, every day that we were open. And for me, it was like, that was that moment where the whole financial thing just blew apart.
Yeah.
It didn't exist anymore. And why that's important is because we can put our own beliefs, our own value on what it is that we do without actually having a conversation with the person about what they think they need and what they think is going to work best for them.
Yeah.
And then what was good after that was then I'm seeing this person, I was seeing him 5 times a week, and then he was doing a class or something with us on the other day. I imagine doing a neuro 6 days a week.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, that's just
Be soul destroying.
Be awful.
It'd be awful.
And so then, like as an EP, you have to go, if I'm going to see this person, and I think coming back to my point before about personal trainers and how much they know, like they can periodize. They can create training for individuals or groups for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months.
Yeah.
And it's good because people keep coming back.
Yeah.
And they enjoy it. And whether or not they get the benefit of it is almost secondary to the fact that I'm getting out, I'm being social, I'm moving my body. And that's as important as any objective goals that I might have for participating in this. Anyway, I think we can learn a lot from the way that PTs have got the ability to understand what the client actually wants from them. And like you said, speak with the client about what they actually want. And then understand why it is that they're coming.
Yeah.
Because if our neuro ladies, while osteoporosis or osteopenia might bring them through the door, if they're bored as shit after 3 weeks...
Yeah. We haven't done our job.
We haven't done our job.
Yeah. Because, and I think often, and this is where anytime you have a cookie cutter program can get you caught, is as soon as you hear that first line, that first thing that goes, oh, they'll be perfect, this program, people get attached to it because they've found the easiest route forward. And as a practitioner, you go, wow, I've got an easy route forward that I know I can, I know I can sell to this person and I can help them commit to it. And it will help them achieve that thing that they just said then. And then sometimes we're blinded by what else is going on in a situation of like bone density. Now, how many times does that next question then get asked of, well, if your bone density was better, what would you be doing more of?
Well, that's an interesting question.
It's like, oh, I'd be playing tennis. Right. Okay. So... is our goal just improve bone density, or is our goal get you back to playing tennis? And is a neuro or my templated program going to get you back to playing tennis? It's like, well, not by itself and not specifically. And should you not be playing tennis now just because you have lower bone density than a 25-year-old woman? I don't know. And that could happen with any templated program. If you have a cookie cutter program for general strength and conditioning for 50-year-olds, and they come in and go, oh, I just feel tired and weak. And you go, oh, great, got the program for you. You won't feel weak anymore. You'll be in less pain and you'll be stronger. So let's do the program that we have that targets that. It's like, oh, great, awesome. That sounds awesome. Perfect. And you get that person in because their initial thing, the surface level goal is, okay, I want to do that. And you help them do that. But what's the next question? It's like, well, what is being less weak and less in pain actually going to do for that person? It's like, what would you be doing more of? Well, why do you want to do that? It's like, what's stopping you from doing that now? And all of these questions like that. And then a lot of the time it's like, well, I should be helping that person individually get back to that activity. And a lot of the times you can skip a lot of the shit in between, especially knowing that if they were doing more of those activities right now, they would be less weak and less in pain. If tennis is the question, it's like, if this person was playing tennis twice a week and then doing a little bit of strength training on the side maybe, they'd be stronger and they'd probably be less in pain if their pain is from being sedentary activity and not doing activities that they should be doing on a regular basis. But if you have that cookie cutter program front of mind that this is the thing I'm trying to get to this person to do straight away, I'm trying to find the funnel that I can put this person into as they come in the door. I'm just trying to find the first thing I can attach them to so that then I can then talk about this treatment path that I've already pre-planned for people. Then you might miss that this person could have a completely individual treatment path that is not the same as anyone else's that comes in. And it could be way more meaningful to that person. And, as a bonus, way more fun for you as well.
It's far more engaging. And I think the days go much quicker when you're actually having to think rather than just run through the same thing that we did last week, like fucking copy previous treatment note.
Yeah.
Like that is boring.
Absolutely.
After a while.
Yeah. You said it well. You use your brain a lot more. All right? And if you don't like using your brain in that way, it's like, okay, maybe you are just a prescriptive practitioner. And then you have to learn how to provide value around the edges then. So if your value then is not in your individualized and interesting and meaningful prescription that is goal-orientated and going to help people back to their meaningful activities, which is going to be great for all those other things like their mental health and their social life, family life, everything, then you better provide a shit ton of value and just like enjoyment and connection then while you're doing your templated program, which is possible. It is possible because we see it every day. Like every clinic runs programs. Every health practitioner has cookie cutter programs for something, or they have a set out treatment path for something. So I don't want to say that that's not a good thing. It's like having planned programs for certain things is good. But if you are doing those certain planned programs, I think we're missing as a profession and just as health practitioners is that doesn't mean that we should be doing less work with these people. It just means that level of work and effort with the person goes into the other things around the edges of that program. That has to go into then, how am I making this 45 minutes the most enjoyable part of this person's day? So that they continue to come and do these 6 exercises over and over. How am I getting them social connection? How am I helping with their mental health in this situation? How am I providing extra value with education? How am I introducing them to other people in the program to help them create community and a support network? If I'm just standing there going, it's like, how good's this? These people come in, they do my program that I don't even have to plan because it's already planned, and then they leave. Easy. I do nothing. It's like, I think you've missed the point. In healthcare anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, there's probably things that you subscribe to and I subscribe to outside of healthcare specifically that are templated and cookie cutter. Car service.
My meditation app
Great.
is virtually like the same 5 things just on repeat.
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't have to think about that. My fucking Spotify playlist is the same fucking things over and over because that's what I want from it. Great. Awesome. The dinners I do on a, I don't know, fortnightly basis, it's pretty much the same kind of 10 to 14 meals on rotation. How many meals in rotation in your house?
5.
5. There you go. On rotation.
On rotation.
There you go. Treatment, like templated. All right. Cookie cutter. That's fine. HelloFresh. Cookie cutter. Planned for you. Don't have to think about it. There's things in life that like is totally fine that are cookie cutter. I don't necessarily think healthcare should be. Or if it is, that you should be adding a bunch of extra value outside of that. Right? There are other parts of healthcare that we do template and we do systemize to make things faster, which I think is a good thing. So we have things around the edges that we automate, and we have things around the edges that we systemize and create templates for to make our lives easier, like management plans. Or, I don't know, what else do you have?
Automations, SMSs.
Yeah.
When somebody signs up to the Nero program, they get a sequence of emails about educating them about what osteoporosis is, and not only from an exercise perspective, but from a dietetic perspective and a social perspective. What are the other things that are determined whether or not the Nero program is going to be successful, or increase the likelihood that this program will be successful for them. To your point, it's just adding value. It's knowing that there is part of this that is templated, but there are other things that we know are going to have a positive impact on people and increase the likelihood. Because a Nero only works if you've done it for 12 months. Yeah. You can't do it for 2 months and go, I got 20% of the way there. Sweet. Like that's good enough for me. You have to get people through that. And we're talking a lot about a Nero, but it's specific for any reason why somebody would be coming in. That we know where they are now, we know like what success looks like for them, and then we know how like to get a person to a point where they are able to fully look after themselves, or not, if that's their choice. And I think we often jump to that conclusion that the ideal goal here, or that everybody's goal is that they want to be able to self-manage. Yeah. That is an assumption, and that is not correct for everyone. And there are some people who are like, and I think maybe less for EP because it's less hands-on, but there are some professions where it's like, I see my chiro once every 2 or 3 weeks. I see them for maintenance. I get a lot of value from that, and it helps my body stay healthy. And for us to sort of say that's wrong, that's if you just did a Nero or you just did this other thing, then you wouldn't have to worry about that. Then you're putting your own biases onto people. But like there is a lot of value for people in doing those things because it is their version of them taking control of their health. Yeah. And that's very valuable, and you can be taking away, if you then go and question all of that, you're taking away some of the reason why, or some of the self-control that people have over what they think is right for them. That was a weird tangent to go down. But I think that also leads to us questioning what other people do more, and putting multiple thoughts in people's heads a bit more. And I don't know how good that is sometimes.
I feel like a lot of our healthcare and private practice is judging what other healthcare practitioners do with our clients.
Well, I think particularly for EP, because we tend to be
we're very,
not the first port of call.
No, we're not. and then it feels like a bunch of our initial consultation is just judging what other people do with people at the start, which is not helpful, you know?
Well, you can judge it in your own head, but if you start judging that out loud,
Yeah.
then
Then someone is paying you for you to sit there and just judge their choices, judge their journey. It's like, who the fuck's that helping? Not them.
no, it's you.
Yeah, it's making you feel good that
feel
I know better than that.
Yeah.
You haven't seen my program.
Fuck, it's a good program.
Yeah, stupid idiots. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love the, oh, so what did you do with that person? And then they go, oh, they got me to do some of this and some of that. And then I went and saw them, you know, this many times over this period. And you go, oh, well, that's not going to do anything. It's like, oh, fuck off. You know?
You don't know.
It's like, I bet you're that person that they're like someone else is judging when someone stops seeing you. You know? So just keep your head on straight, you know? Don't get too big for your own boots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dickheads. If you could have a templated program and prescription and treatment plan for every condition that came in the door for our clinic, would you do that? And I know that this is interesting for you as a business owner because there are benefits to templating everything. And do you want to talk us through what your thought process is here?
Well, the benefits to templating everything are that, like, we hire lots of new grads, and there are certainly conditions that people come in where you're like, what the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. And if we have a template for that is produced by some of our senior people who have seen that thing a whole bunch of times before, they've done professional development, and they can put together what they believe is a good quality plan, then that is a good place to start. Because then you're giving somebody who knows nothing about that thing a place or a platform to be able to have a conversation. I think that's valuable. The second thing is about consistency, right? And this is one of the challenges with growth, is that, sure, you want people to be able to, you want practitioners to be able to have their own ability to look at the person in front of them and create a plan that is individual to them. But that needs to happen within an evidence-based framework. If somebody was to come in or if a practitioner was to come in and say, trying to think of a rogue example. You've got back pain. Your chakras are out of alignment, and we need to get you on the table, and I'm just going to move those chakras around and just free you up.
Valid. I'm not judging.
Right? Then how as a, it doesn't even matter if you're a business owner. Like, if you are a practitioner who is working alongside that practitioner, it's like, I don't know if what they're saying is right. I don't think I agree with the whole, like, you've got migraines because your third eye is out of retrograde.
Yeah, it's cross-eyed. Yeah. Because the moon's the wrong shape.
The moon's the wrong shape. It's spinning the wrong way or something.
Yeah. It does that, you know. It's not my fault.
But if you're a practitioner and somebody in the room next to you is saying all of this stuff, I mean, we were taking the piss there, but, like, you're like, I don't know. That doesn't seem right to me. And so, from an owner's perspective, by templating some things, and through templating, you are looking at what evidence says and saying, okay, well, this should form the basis of what a program should look like, so that when condition A comes in, then you apply this sort of a model as your starting point for that person. And maybe that's the best way to describe it. It's like, this is where we start, but it might not be where we end, because we know that if we do these things, there is a higher likelihood that we will make some progress towards where that person wants to go. And then you've got the ability to individualize it after that. So I do think there are some pros to doing it. What are your thoughts?
Yes. On the whole, outside of our osteoporosis program, we probably swing very far in the other direction. And I think that is... we all have a similar understanding of strength and conditioning principles and intensity, volume, all the fit principles in terms of prescription of exercise and what is effective for different conditions. Once I am happy that practitioners have a good understanding of what intensity and volume and specific things that they need to help with a person with a specific condition, then I think that they have that basis, that foundation. Then I think, like, do whatever the fuck you want to do with that person that's going to be most enjoyable and most meaningful to the two of you together every session. And I think that is way more interesting. And I think maybe that's just a little bit because I get bored if I do the same thing over and over with people, specifically in a one-on-one setting. Different story if I'm in a group class, I think. I think that changes because I'm trying to, keep people all moving at a similar pace and level. And so then having a program that's set makes a bit more sense. But if my goals with my person, and I've gotten to the bottom of them, are activity related, meaningful activity related, then my prescription is going to vary so much because I am focusing on specifically what version of that activity I can do with that person in that session. And there are lots of ways to practice that. Lots and lots of ways. So for example, if I am working with someone whose main activity that they are struggling with because of pain and the lack of mobility is gardening. I'm trying to get them in the garden more because that is their meaningful activity at home that they want to be able to do. They just want to be in the garden. And there's a couple things stopping that person from being able to garden well. And they struggle to get up and down from the ground. They don't have great grip strength. They're not very good, or their back gets sore when they stay bent over for long periods of time. They're not good at kneeling. They're not good at sitting or sitting in a low squat. They're not good at lunging. The world's my oyster. I can practice any and all of these things in every session, and I can come up with 10 variations of all of those movements, and they're all going to be beneficial to that person. It's like if I say the words lunge, people can come up with 5 to 10 different lunge variations in 5 seconds. Or everyone thinks of a different version of a lunge when they first think of it, which is amazing. So why shouldn't we be using these variations? Like if we get stuck just doing the same ones over and over, and I just do a standing lunge, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, over and over, and then it's like, oh, now they're too easy, I'm going to add some weight to it, up and down, up and down, up and down. Oh, now they're too easy, I'm going to add some weight to it, and I'm going to vary the repetitions, up and down, up and down, up and down. Fuck me. What's the point of doing lunges at that point? Just like, get me out of here. So just make it interesting. Do something fun. Add other tasks to it. Change the height of it. Change the way you're doing it. Go up and down from the ground and then, stand on a box and, I don't know, fucking do some other stuff. Like there's many ways to bias one leg and bend your knee. Fucking lunges. So if we're sitting here and I'm just going, no, this is the way that I understand is the best way to bend your knee and bias one leg strength-wise. I'm just going to do the best possible version of that every time. And you tell that person, it's like, hey, I can sell this to you. Andrew, your goal is around lunging. And I have the best lunge variation that we should do every single session because it is by far the most effective. And it's standing here and it's lunging up and down, not moving. And we need to do at least 4 sets. We need volume of at least 20 reps each side every single session. We need to do this 2 to 3 times a week. Okay? And immediately you go, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Lunges.
This guy has got the best thing for me. It's great. Awesome. But I didn't tell you that there's 10 other lunge variations that could be really fun, and we could mix and match some to keep you interested and keep some variation in there and change it up and then add some other activities in. It would actually be way more interesting. And if I gave you those 2 choices, you'd probably go, well, how long do I have to do this to get better? It's like, well, you're going to need to do it at least for 8 to 12 weeks. So that's a good, 16 to 24 sessions of it. And you go, oh, let's do the one with variation. I just don't want to do that. Yeah. It's like, look, even if it takes, 5 more weeks or 3 more weeks to get the same benefit, but I'm not just banging my head against the wall doing the same thing over and over, I might do that.
Yeah.
So we got to offer some variation. Variation's good.
Variation is good.
Yeah. And variation is fun.
For everyone.
You know what the best piece of equipment in our gym is?
Squat rack.
Give me 2 more guesses.
Dumbbells.
No.
The GTS.
You don't know what
Best piece of equipment ever.
Okay, you bought it, right?
Yeah, we bought 4 of them.
You bought for one clinic?
Back in Balgala, we had
You had
4 of them.
4 GTSs.
Yep.
Okay, can you please explain what the fuck the GTS is?
What you need to do is you need to get on late night TV on the one where the infomercials are on.
Where the Ab King Pro goes.
Right next to the Ab King Pro,
Yeah.
there will be Chuck Norris and some model from the 80s getting on this thing that looks like a Pilates reformer, but it's on an angle.
Yeah.
And you
exactly
can do like... It's funny because like when I did the training for it years ago, there's 700 exercises that you can do, and you can put that thing there and then you do this thing. But I think when we actually got into the clinic, there was like 2 exercises that we could do on it. One was a leg press and the other was a pull-up. And so this piece of shit sat, and over time we went from 4 of them to 2 of them to 1. And I think we just sold the last one.
They're all gone.
They're all gone, which is very sad.
Someone wanted it. Some poor bugger on Facebook
Some
Marketplace
poor
is like,
piece of
oh, my
shit.
mum will love this. I'm like, yeah, sure. Great.
Yeah, put it next to her exercise bike that she hasn't used for fucking 20 years.
Is it like squatting? It's like, yeah, it's like squatting.
It's exactly like it is the same movement.
And I helped him put him in his van and waved him off.
It was such a piece of shit. Anyway, I hope you don't have them.
No.
But they're fun.
They're just pointless, though. It's like there's so many ways to do an assisted leg press or pull up, Oh, dear.
So it wasn't that? That's not the best piece of equipment?
That was a GTS.
I don't think you can do lunges on a GTS.
I don't think... I could give you 10 guesses, and I don't think you'd pick what my favourite piece of equipment in the gym is.
What is it?
It's a balloon.
Balloon!
It's a balloon.
Like a balloon.
It is a blown up normal balloon. Normal party balloon. You want to know why?
Why?
Because with a balloon, you can do anything. But what's great about a balloon is it is incredibly captivating. The balloon takes up all of your attention when there's a balloon in the sky. Because naturally, okay, what happens if I have an imaginary balloon in front of me, Andrew, and I hit the balloon to you? You naturally just want to hit it back to me, right?
I do want to hit it back.
You do. You don't want that imaginary balloon to hit the ground.
No, then I'd be out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Based on what? On what?
Life.
Yeah, life.
Yeah.
Life says if I hit a balloon to you, you can't let the balloon hit the ground, right?
Absolutely not.
Awesome. I can now gamify that and make that specific to you and whatever your concerns are in a million different ways by just adding constraints to it. So, all right, Andrew, I'm going to hit a balloon at you. Only use your left arm. It's like, oh, yeah, okay. Yep, good. Done this before?
Yeah.
No, you never done this before?
No.
Oh, great. Awesome. When was the last time you played with balloons?
20 years ago.
20 years ago.
40 years ago.
40 years
I'm
ago.
old.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
What were you doing when you were last playing with balloons, do you reckon? You had a kids'
I
party?
was at a kids' party, I reckon.
Yeah, right. Awesome. Great.
Kids' parties.
In the meantime, I've got you to do like 10 shoulder abductions and 10 body weight shoulder presses and aggressive internal rotations and rotated your shoulder in all kinds of different ways while I was talking to you about balloons and we were hitting a balloon. I grab the balloon, I go, Andrew, how's that? You go, oh yeah, well, I don't know. It's fine. It's like, great. How's your shoulder feel? Yeah, it's all right. Cool. Awesome. Mate, we just played tennis but with a balloon.
Yeah.
You're saying you can't play tennis until you could do this or because your rotator cuff's fucked. Looks like you just fucking played tennis to me. And I obviously wouldn't say it like that. I'm not 2 beers in when I'm talking to patients, but balloon. All right, Andrew. Okay, no hands.
No hands.
It's gonna kick the balloon to you. Okay, and you're gonna kick it back to me. Great, keep it in the air. Same thing. Kick the balloon back and forth, and I can have a conversation. Played soccer before, Andrew? You have? When was the last time you played soccer?
With the kids.
With the kids? Tell me about your kids. How old are they?
Ethan is 10 and Alice is 7.
Wow.
Alice plays soccer.
Does
so
she really?
She would love this.
There you go.
Maybe
wow.
I'll do this with her.
Are they still on the really small soccer field?
Super small.
That's like quarter-size field?
Yeah.
And you go, I could kick the ball one end to the other. Because I'm a large human.
Because I have kickable legs.
Because exactly, right? And then, in the meantime, you've done balance. You've kicked a ball back and forth to me. You've potentially done some sidestepping. You've balanced on one leg. You've done some knee extension. You've used your glutes. You've used your knee stability. You've done all kinds of things that I want to practice with you. But it's way more interesting than me getting you to stand there and go, all right, Andrew, we're going to do our lateral lunges now.
Let's do some calf raises.
We're going to do some calf raises now, Andrew.
10?
So I'm going to get you to stand here.
Why 10?
Well, 10 is the
10.
prescribed number. We always do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps because that is the prescribed amount that the ACSM guidelines have told me to do. After we do our 3 sets of 10 of those, we're then going to come over here and we're going to do our 3 sets of 10 sit to stands. And after we've done those, we're going to come over here and we're going to do our 3 sets of 10 each side of our standing lunges. And that'll be $100 on your way out, and I'll see you next week for us to do the exact same thing.
No wonder you feel guilty about charging me $100.
Yeah, right? How much
hell.
fucking value are you giving this person?
Ugh.
Meanwhile, I've connected to you about your kids. We've kicked a balloon. I've told you that, like, look at this. You're playing tennis with me. I've given you that wonderful endorphin hit. It's like, I'm playing fucking tennis. This is great. I've never juggled a soccer ball in my life, and look at me go. I can juggle 10 times. This is incredible. I'm a child. This is so much fun. Yeah. And you're over here going, 3 sets of 10 sit to stands, please, sir.
Because it's the same fucking template that you fucking used the whole fucking time.
Yeah, and you weren't using balloons.
Fuck yeah.
Get a balloon. Sell your GTS, get a balloon. Sell your squat rack, get a balloon. It's better than any piece of equipment you'll ever use. Now, there's lots of examples of not just great balloon exercises, but equivalents of that in terms of adding variety and adding interest and integrating people's meaningful activities and their life into your prescription as a healthcare practitioner. Now, I'm talking very much in the scope of exercise physiologists, but that is very relevant for other professionals as well. You know? And I think someone who does it well, and this is a little sidewards, and there's probably none that listen to this podcast, but psychologists are always talking about things in your life context, right? Having said that, I've never seen a psychologist before, but I imagine that everything you're talking about is in your life context, right?
What do you mean by that?
As in, you're never talking about like, Andrew, let's talk about a hypothetical situation where you're in the army and you're stressed.
No. I don't think so. I think I don't know enough about psychology, but I've seen many psychologists. I have seen one psychologist many times.
It's generally related to your life,
But
right?
it is generally about me. It is not about somebody else's life.
Correct. And even if they do have questions that they ask, that they, always ask people, they're always in the context of your world.
Well, it's how is this affecting you?
You. It's always about you, right?
Yep.
It's
I'm
never about
stressed.
the program.
No. It's not like, is the program good? It's
Yeah.
like, how is the program affecting you?
Exactly.
What are your beliefs about the program?
Exactly.
And are they helpful?
Yeah. It's always about you. All right? So why can't physical healthcare be always about you as well, right? Rather than like, how are you fitting into my program?
Well,
It's like,
because
well,
then
you are not following this program.
then it's your fault. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You just haven't followed the program. If
Exactly.
you followed
It's
the
like,
program,
how
then
is the
you would be a
program
better
working
person.
for you? I'm going to
Yeah.
make that switch that it's like it's got to be about the person. Sometimes the program is perfect for the person. Often it's not. So like, what are you doing to make this thing? If you are doing a cookie cutter program, fine, whatever. But how are you making it most appropriate for that person? Or if you're not and you're doing one-on-ones with people, it's like, how can you make this as interesting as possible for that person? As interesting as possible. Based on what they really want and what gives them enjoyment and what benefits. Like if you're trying to like get as much collateral benefit from a session as possible, what would be the things that you would do with people, right? It's like each session. Now, I feel like if people thought about it that way and they actually took time to think about it, they'd probably do different things than what they're doing. If they're like, I have half hour.
Oh, fucking put that on a post-it note and
Yeah,
fucking
right?
stick it on your something.
Yeah. It's like, I have half hour or 45, whatever, to give this person as much benefit, not just for their condition, but for their life in this period, collateral damage, whatever, for this person's life, value, benefit. What would I prescribe?
What would be the most impactful thing for this person to hear in the next 30 minutes that will change the trajectory of their life?
Yeah. And that doesn't necessarily mean like, well, I would prescribe one more set of sit to stands. It's like, no.
Or add an extra kilo. of
Exactly.
weight.
It's like, get off the page, stop looking at your program, look at the fucking person, and what's beneficial for them right now. And you might end up doing no fucking exercise that session. But your job is not just what your treatment is.
What is your job?
Your job is to like... Oh, fuck. I was about to just jump into a great answer right there. But I can't do it. No, I just didn't actually have a good answer off the top of my head. What is my job? What is my job? I don't think people will agree with my answer to that question.
We're the honest EP podcast. Be
I
honest.
see my job as an EP as I need to be whoever that person needs me to be that day. Which doesn't necessarily mean they're exercise physiologists in terms of I'm just here to do exercise.
I'm going to ask a question.
People
because
won't like that,
This was the question that jumped to my mind as soon as you said that, which is probably because of what we were talking about just a minute ago. But do you think a psychologist might think the same way? As in, like,
Yeah.
if somebody has turned up into my thing, I am who this person needs to be today.
So one of my best mates is a psychologist, and then my sister's a psych as well. Something I know about psychs is their ethics are incredibly strong. Ethical practice is incredibly strong to them. So if that person needs a friend, they will not be that friend because that is not their job. And they are very strong on that line. However, me as an EP, my ethics are questionable.
They might hang on. They might not be their friend, but what would a friend ask?
Sure.
So that they're not being that person, but they are.
What does that person need?
Yeah.
Yeah. How can I be that chameleon? Yeah. To embody as much of that as I can within my professional boundaries.
As opposed to saying, like, it was my plan to talk about this thing today, but you look like you're in a crying mess. So we should
I'm just going to talk over your crying. Here's some tissues. Now, here's what you really need to know about osteoarthritis.
Sorry, that was the first question that jumped to my head, because I think that's sometimes, not that we are psychologists, but we spend more time than any other profession talking with people.
Absolutely. Yep.
And people open up to us more than they open up to their GP.
If you're doing your job right, yeah.
If you're doing your job right. Or their physio, or their chiro, or their whoever, because of the amount of time we spend with people.
This is why people have such great relationships with their personal trainers. And if we think that we're better than personal trainers and people come to us for more than just their relationship with us, then I think you're missing a lot of where the value is in someone coming to see you in the first place.
Well, see, it's interesting because I've started doing some professional development with a personal training company.
Oh, very cool.
And this is what they're teaching people. And it's not psychological intervention. It's why, right? Why is doing this thing? You were talking about meaningful activities before. How is doing this thing going to impact your ability to do that thing? And why is that important to you? By not doing that thing, how is that impacting your life?
Yeah.
And by doing this program with us, how is that going to lead you to be able to do what it is that you want to do?
Yeah.
And they're just solving that with coming to a gym, doing exercise a few times a week. Doesn't matter what it is, but how does doing that thing enable you to do what you want to do in your life?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's it. And
that's kind of what healthcare is in the end, isn't it?
Well, this is where people get a bit lost, and I think that way as well, as opposed to the GP that says, "Oh, you've got type 2 diabetes. There's your medication. Come back to in 6 weeks and see a diabetes educator, and it'll be better."
Yeah.
And then that's your fault, or if you followed it, it's your win.
Yeah.
But if you don't,
or the medication
then it's your fault.
Yeah, the medication did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, and the GP is just the
I slide things around.
Yeah. Versus sitting with somebody and going, well, what do you think got us here?
Yeah.
How would your life change if you didn't have this thing? And what should be our priority? And this is what came out the other day with this GP meeting that we were at. It's like when you have a patient that's presenting with a very complicated situation, how do you prioritize what they should do first? Because there are so many different things that are going on with people, and you're assuming the fact that they have come to you means that they must be motivated to do the thing that you are asking them to do. Well, what if they're not? What if they're turning up to you and they've got a change in medication and they have to see a psychologist because they're feeling a bit depressed and they did a DAS and it showed up as a bit high in some areas, and they need to see a podiatrist because their feet are a bit sore, and they need to see a diabetes educator because they don't understand nutrition, and they need to go and join a walking group because somebody said that they should go and join a walking group. It's like, well, where do you fucking start with this person? And then you come in with your fucking template and says, well, here's another piece of paper that you can stick on your fridge and do 10 sit-to-stands every day, and that's going to help with your fucking diabetes.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. You're making the problem worse, not better.
Yeah.
And I think if you go into it with just like, problem, solution, diabetes, here's my piece of paper with some exercises on it.
Yeah.
Or osteoporosis, here's a Nero.
Yeah.
You've missed the person.
Yeah, you have.
And you've missed the opportunity to actually help them.
You know what I was thinking about when you were saying that? Is that's where I that's where I do the wrong thing sometimes with my wife.
Welcome.
And we go, and us husbands, we go, you say problem, well, here's your solution. And here I am being the fucking cookie cutter husband, just trying to stamp a solution on every problem you come in with. And then, except I'm the source of all of them. Not like you've got your 5 husbands and they each give you your cookie cutter prescription. I'm the only one.
Just this one.
Yeah. When that's probably not the answer. Yeah. Amen, right, sisters?
Husbands, hey? Jeez.
They're horrible.
Terrible people.
They just keep trying to tell me what to do.
If you just listen.
And they never listen.
If you
They
just
never
listen.
If they just take their eyes off the fucking Ashes, the cricket, for 1 minute and listen to me and hear what I'm saying, then they understand that I don't need a solution right now. Yeah. And I'm not saying just go and cuddle your patients. But don't give it that.
Well, depending. Yeah.
But be the healthcare version of that. Of actually listening and empathizing and cuddling your patients. God, don't take that out of context, people.
We'll clip that. And
No, we
bring
won't.
you-
Yeah.
No, right. That's far too complicated.
It's like unless your friend can your friend clip podcasts because you pay for them now?
Probably.
Fucking hope so.
For $45 a month, they better do fucking something.
Can I send it an hour and 10-minute audio recording and it will clip?
Well, Opus will do that. Opus Clip.
Yep. Do you have to pay for that?
No, there's a free version of that.
Wow.
I think you pay when Opus Clip then will disseminate the content for you. So you put the video clip in, it chops it up, and then you pay when it's like connected to LinkedIn, connected to
Okay.
and that is a paid service.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. That was a couple months ago.
Yeah, when they've been around for ages. Opus, I remember them. Yeah, well, there you go. Be a good husband. That's the takeaway from today.
That is the takeaway. How's your beer?
It's good beer. It's a strong beer. The second one's better than the first one, I think.
It always tends to be.
You know,
yeah.
we have a guest coming on next week, and I don't know if anyone's listening at this point. We're an hour and 12 minutes in, but we might as well keep going. What's the point of stopping?
Yeah, good.
We started early. It's fine. Jasper Lee's coming on next week, and the first time Jasper came on, we talked about lessons from 6 months of being an EP. That was what he came on for, and now
He's back.
he's back. But he hasn't just been an EP for the last 2 years. No, he's gone and lived in Canada for a couple years.
And he was not an EP in Canada.
No,
He was
he worked as a hotel person.
did
Yeah.
hotel things.
He was in White Lotus. No. We've lost it. There's nothing left. We're all out.
It's so funny because he could definitely have been in White Lotus.
Yeah, he would have been perfect. You know, season 1 when there's the Aussie guy working the desk in Hawaii. That's Jasper. Oh dear. He was in Canadian White Lotus. Lake Louise. Oh dear. Anyway. So Jasper will be... on the next episode. And we look forward to it.
We do.
We do. Anything else from you? No.
I've got nothing.
I have no idea what this episode is about. So I hope you enjoyed whatever we talked about. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.